it's only time. They're taking their sweet time, so we're just gonna have to keep speculating. But I like, let's switch it up then. For the side of Entity here, like with the 4 that they have so far, they're probably in talks as well. All right, regardless of what they pick, who do we feel confident? Like, what are our options coming into this final pick?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of their final pick probably does depend on Aster, but I mean, if you remove the fact this was Entity, I think any other time looking at this draft would be like, okay, they're just going to pick a typical carry.
Right.
They're the ones who are going to go into the TB or something. Now they maybe need a CK answer, at least maybe a bit more AoE damage. They've got decent with Puck and Tiny. They don't have to get more, but...
two problems, right? Like some overtime damage versus Pudge and some AoE damage versus CK.
Yeah.
Is this then Pudge mid? CK safely, and is that what we're looking at? Do you dare speculate here? Like,
I'll wait and see. Is this carry Enigma? Saber-like carry Enigma? Oh, he's playing carry Deathfall. Dude, imagine the discussion then. Like, who's playing this Enigma? Both Toby and Saber-like are both like Enigma spammers.
Yeah. Use roulette, like throw the dice, like, rock paper scissors it out.
And the only hero that could remotely be a true carry is Tiny on their side. Nah, no, that's not gonna happen. Tiny is gonna be a support.
This is going to be a fun team to watch, though, this entire major, just because they do such wonky stuff with their drafts, and it's really a treat.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the lineup, like, there's so much fight, there's so much disable. So if this is the first game of the day to end this first day of the group stages, I mean, you can't ask for a more exciting first draft, I feel like.
It's a lot of fun, 100%.
It's such a sick Enigma pick, too. You want damage over time and AoE. It actually gives you both of what you said.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, well, there we go. We do have this game underway for you, so you all get to enjoy Gareth and Lacoste.
What a great last pick, Enigma. And I think the panel on the right, Entity with this triple offlane draft strat, basically. Not picking a carry here, just going all-out aggression. And on the other side, Aster, they've got Pudge, they've got Wyvern. It's going to be a great game.
This is going to be a fun game. We have Pudge, we have Enigma. There's going to be a lot of missed spells, so a lot of things to laugh at most of the time. And yeah, I'm definitely going to enjoy it, and I know the chat's going to enjoy it as well. Looking at some of these heroes and how Entity's going to play, like, they need to make an adjustment because they are having Saberlight.
Right.
So you need to have like 2 offlaners. So far he hasn't played carry that is like traditional carry. It's
like
mostly
Night Stalker has been the closest
It's
carry
it's like you're playing off with 2 offlaners, and as you said, in this game it looks like they have 3 offlaners, so that's going to be very interesting. I like this last pick CK because it gives them something good against that Prophet ulti. You know that a lot of that damage is going to be spread around those illusions, and the CK kind of fallen off after the slight nerfs, but I still feel the hero is very powerful if you hit the right timings with it. If you're not the one who's getting initiated on, then it might be a bit of an issue if you don't get the Phantasm. But looking at their front line that they have,
they're so tanky.
Yeah, there's a lot of tankiness. On the other side, Enigma, a hero that can chew through all the tankiness with the Midnight Pulse. We also have seen Enigma going for Spirit Vessel build, which also adds up to that damage.
Yeah, right, because they've got this Dawnbreaker, CK, Pudge, and the backup of heroes like Monkey King, Winter Wyvern. They're going to have the reset tools around Wukong's and the Winter's Curse. We'll see what they get up to, though, as Aster already wandering across the map. A few of them smoked, as they do have the Monkey King turning into a tree. Oh, the walking tree is always spooky.
What could it possibly be? I don't know. Imagine you playing against someone who didn't play the game a lot, and you're like, oh, what is this moving tree? Suddenly there's Monkey King on top of you. Good luck, have fun.
They moved the bounty rune spawns, did they? Oh, what's this? Did you see the clip of, I think it was Yuragi inside the Roche pit? Roshan's alive, Roshan's alive. He turned himself into Roche, tricked Gork.
I have not seen that one.
Yeah, some cute little things you can do with the Monkey King. Aster just missing out on that D ward. Very, very shallow ward from Entity in their own jungle, just next to their outpost, outside of range of the sentry. There's Baboka on his signature Monkey King. There have been videos made about him. Going to be heading down to that bottom lane.
Yeah, he played Monkey King as position 4 when it was not cool to play Monkey as position 4. He was the one who kind of made this Basher build when Wukong's command worked with Basherb. Yeah, one of the players like similar. I see his similar style to Jin-Q, but Jin-Q has been more shiny player considering how LGD was doing. And we're gonna see Pudge mid lane against Stormstormer Puck. So Pudge still haven't used the hook. Gonna be a bit difficult to land a hook on Puck.
And how's this lane meant to go? I mean, Pudge has the base damage advantage quite significantly. I think it's like a 20 base damage increase over the Puck. Is this just going to be Pudge out farming for the first few waves?
He's not going to go for any type of a kill on Puck. It's very difficult, so he's going to be farming. Also, I want to see if there's going to be stacks made in the triangle for him to farm it up. Because looking at this game, he's playing against Puck. He's playing against magical damage from Enigma, Tiny. So Hood might be a really good choice. Usually it's a Vanguard, but against what he's playing, I feel like getting Hood is much better this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you need like an item that helps you farm and get to that Aghanim Scepter. Because Aghanim Scepter is pretty crucial. You have bigger AoE, you have a healing reduction against both Chen and Dead Prophet, which is going to be insane. Both teams are ready to go.
Yeah, and a ton of damage coming out of that rot. And the ability to chase people down is pretty incredible here as well. You know, you've got Solar Guardian to turn fights around, but you've also got Reality Rift, you've got this Monkey King jumping across the trees, the hook to displace people. Ori on the Pudge should have a pretty decent one. There's a little phase shift there. Stormstormer not going to get caught.
Tried to see how Stormstormer, because Stormstormer was thinking about, because he paused the game, right? And he said that he's having some ping issues, and
he was
Ori,
testing.
yeah, Ori was like, yeah, I want to see how much he's lagging, if I can land a hook or not. Probably not gonna go for it.
Checking out those reaction times. In some of these other lanes, though, we do have this Wyvern and Dawnbreaker chasing Kataomi's Tiny back into his own jungle.
I'd say Kataomi has been the shining star of the team, one of the better position 4 in European DPC. Tour 2, even Tour 3, has been pretty amazing, and he just got cursed.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the Winter's Curse, but he's gonna drop here.
The caster's curse from the
Thank you very much. They plant a ward and they get a kill.
Cheeky little ward there in the trees. It is under a sentry.
Toby having a complete free farm underneath the tower, 10 and 5, while Dawnbreaker is sitting at only 4 CS. So that's not really that big of a deal. I also love when Tiny start with 3 grab, because it gives you advantage, like you can stop the pulls, you can do whatever you want with it. It's just like very good tool to trade.
Yeah, way better at trading, getting the regen battle going for himself. And Pudge up at the top of the CS, 15-4, but you're right with this. This Enigma doing incredibly well top. Now dragging the wave back, Kataomi will connect the creeps back in towards him. Keep that Enigma farming away. And you mentioned the Spirit Vessel build. He does have the urn already on Toby, so it looks like he'll be heading that direction.
Sometimes you don't want to go for it, where you feel, oh, it's a good Blink Dagger BKB game, but he's playing against Pudge, he's playing against Wyvern, so I assume getting Spirit Vessel is going to be prioritized more.
And then down bottom, Saberlight, the carry Death Prophet. Fishman on this Chen. Doing a decent job, just keeping Saberlight in an okay place. It's not the perfect lane. CK and Monkey are very irritating heroes to contend with. As Toby drops very low top. Kataomi was maybe thinking about the toss back, but doesn't get the opportunity, as he's still level 1, so doesn't even have the point in it yet.
Very difficult to play Tiny level 1 4 minutes into the game.
I was expecting it. It looked like he was moving for it, but he doesn't have it just yet. Now he does have the skill point ready to use if need be. As Wyvern will come in and secure one of these water runes, Ori having already taken the one down bottom. So this means Stormstormer will have just a couple of bottle charges left and no refill for himself. Losing out a little bit in the CS trade with Ori.
Yeah, but
Avalanche.
Ori's farming a small camp that he stacked.
Malefice from Toby, turned on by XXS. Starbreaker comes, and the kill is there for the Dawn. Enigma dropping so quickly to that Celestial Hammer and Starbreaker combo.
Tiny's damage output is very limited. Saberlight does cut down the tree. Looking at the mid wave, Stormstormer farming big small cap that he stacked. He's gonna hit level 6. Maybe a bit faster than Pudge. We'll see. If Pudge. Alright, Pudge is closer, but Monet bottom.
Yeah, found a strike, gonna jump on in. DP, Saberlight trying to heal up the Spirit Siphons. Does get the kill on Baboka first. Yeah, killing off the position one though. Incredible for them. Giving Monet that solo XP and the gold from the kill.
He just got level 5.
Yeah, but up the top lane, Winter Wyvern getting avalanched down. CK tries to make the play forward. Kataomi does finish off the Wyvern top. And it's all action on both of these side lanes. Even snipes the courier of XXS.
I thought you were someone else.
So Baboka is going to come in, help out Ori, swing back down towards bottom. Keep the pressure in onto the DP and the Chen. So Monet running out of regen, has 7-1 charges, wants to bring some more tangos. He's going to have to try and Chaos Strike himself back to health.
Considering what Monet is playing into, he's doing a very good job keeping up with Dead Prophet. One of the reasons why they swapped it, they did not want their carry to lose XP, lose gold. Playing into Enigma might be a bit too difficult, so they decided to make a switch.
A little jaunt away by Stormstormer. Does have the Tiny lurking nearby. Potential here for Kataomi to get in on top of the Pudge. But I think he's been spotted by that dire ward near the Roshan pit. Or he can play as safely as he needs. As you can see him just walking back and forth. Safer spots and even going for the dismember. A lot of damage on Stormstormer. Can he line the hook up?
Oh, it was a good hook. That was 10 out of 10, but Stormstormer with the phase shift dodges it.
And meanwhile, Monet does die to Fishman down bottom. Baboka being burst down by the Spirit Siphon. A couple of nice kills there for Entity.
Monkey King also planting a tree, losing 50 gold. All these things tend to add up. Enigma will hit level 6 pretty soon. Kataomi playing a bit of a sacrificial position for Tiny right now, not getting levels level 3, 7 minutes in.
Well, they got the dismember on Fishman, so a nice, cheap, easy one there for Ori. Just goes down bottom, takes him out. Oh, wait, where do we expect this black hole to be used? Oh, wait, hang on a second, Aster. Monet goes in. They missed the bound strike, though. Now Saberlight able to turn and play with Kataomi coming into bot lane. A quick toss up and a finish on Baboka. With Exo going, maybe a move towards tier 1 as well.
That's a bit difficult kill to get on Dead Prophet with Saberlight having 2 Spirit Siphon charges. And you asked about the rotation, like who's gonna play with Enigma. Seems like it's gonna be Saberlight. He still has like another 15 seconds running, so if they can get a black hole on XXS.
Go straight for it. There we go, beautifully timed. I was wondering, yeah, does Toby rotate into someone else's lane? Nah, he makes the call for reinforcements to come top.
Considering how well Saberlight plays whenever he plays Enigma, Toby's also known for his Enigma plays, but you know, having someone like Saberlight looking at you playing Enigma might get into your head. You're like,
your hands are shaking. Especially when he's the one that popularized the build you're going for as well, right? The Spirit Vessel.
He might be controlling both of the heroes.
Kataomi, he wanted a bit of free room down bottom. Aster, what a bit off more than they can
coil,
do,
yes,
though.
they can.
Under the tier 1, blown up by Stormstormer. Again, Aster just wanting to play that aggression, knowing that the move had been made by Entity top, but quick reactions from the puck to come in and help the Tiny out. Pudge still top of the net worth, but the next 3 heroes all Entity. CK just going to Phantasm to farm. And Chen over at the back, dismembered and dragged into the grasp of Ori's Pudge. Kill off the army as well.
Has that Arcane Rune level 9, 9 minutes in. He's going for Blink Dagger first. Alright, I like that. Gonna hook the rune.
Grabs the bounty, make sure Stormstormer doesn't.
Radiant's bottom
Pudge going Blink, Puck also eyeing up a Blink Dagger. Might want the Witchblade first, but we'll see how Stormstormer plays this out.
This is gonna be delayed Witchblade on Puck. Usually we see Pucks rushing it, skipping boots completely, but this time around, Stormstormer feeling like he needs a bit more attack speed, a bit more damage against the against Pudge, because Pudge is staying on top of the network. Very strong laner.
Course snapped. They found the Dawnbreaker. Everybody from Entity in here as they toss the Pudge across towards her, but the Dismember there, the Arctic Burn chipping away at Stormer. Saberlight will Exo and look to pressure the tier 1 with the Chen creeps. This is the tempo we've seen from Entity with basically the 3 offlaners we were mentioning coming out of the drafting stage. They don't have that late game security, so they do need to put their foot down. As the Hook grabs the Chen, Fisherman dragged back in. Take him down and look to defend this tower, but it's just too late. The Exo, the damage is done.
Ori went for fishing expedition with that hook, and he found Fishman.
Very good.
Blink Dagger done on Pudge. Has keen optic as well, so extended range on hook.
Saberlight just going to sit in that mid lane. They've already got tier 1 mid, tier 1 top. They've let this bot lane push all the way in, so it can be soaked up by Stormer or the Tiny, depending who they want to give that priority to. As Kataomi's still level 5, and of course does want that Blink Dagger as quickly as possible. He's looking for Monet.
Radiant's middle
Doesn't
tower
want to commit
is under
for it.
attack.
A little afraid of what's in behind the CK. But we know there's no one there behind him as they are smoked up top. Toby very deliberately sitting by his tier 1 here. He knows that he can't go pushing any further forward, and he's going to be spotted. The Boundless into hook. Nice setup there for Ori to launch Toby back into him, but a black hole. The turnaround plays. Kataomi arrives. Solar Guardian for the Dawnbreaker does arrive. Clears through Toby with a 3-man coil. Saberlight comes and destroys Ori with a double kill. Stormer looks for the triple. Saberlight picks the final one up. And Entity with a great swing.
They bring everyone. I expected Saberlight to tip Toby there because it was a really good black hole. He understood that he's going to be able to survive, and he got some extra gold from it, even though he died, so going to be closer to his Blink Dagger. Siamese Cat, we still haven't seen curse usage. I think it's going to be... Like, in terms of Winter's Curse, it's not going to be that great, considering... the damage, because they don't have that right clicker. As you said, they have 3 offlaners. So value from Curse is going to be mostly set up for Puck, I would say, where they need an extra stun. So it's going to be set up for CK stun, Monkey stun, or just like...
Cancel Black Hole.
Yeah.
More of an initiation or reset tool than an actual damage tool.
I don't think you're going to be getting kills from Winter's Curse this game.
Not going to happen. Things slow down a little bit now, though, with no black hole. Exo does come back up, but no coil for Puck until just now. Aster still looking to get Monet up that net worth board. Armlet finally delivered to him. Do you still like this build on the CK, the Armlet Echo into BKB? Do you think it's maybe a little bit slow, or is it all right for him this game?
You need something to sustain in the lane. Like, you do have Chaos Strike, but also Armlet gives you a ton of damage, works on the Phantasm, which you're going to be using to farm up, and then Echo Saber gives you a little bit of extra mana that you need, and is also, like, good farming tool and very explosive item, especially if you connect on one of the supports.
Yeah, get in on top of them, blow them up. And looks like Dawnbreaker also eyeing up an Echo Saber. A smoke from Entity got scanned previously, so Aster knew where they were heading. Now under dire vision, or he just makes the jump straight in towards the Chen. Fishman taken out around the Roche pit.
All the creeps from Chen.
There's a lot of bonus gold for them.
They don't have enough to take Roshan. They got the kill. It's very close. I feel like Entity's going to be looking at the earlier Roshan, especially when Dead Prophet hits level 2. Level 2 Exo.
Yeah. Getting closer and closer to it, even stacking camps. So Saberlight can keep accelerating. BKB about 1,000 away as well, so we'll have that safety.
That's going to be the timing. Level 12 plus BKB, try to force a Roche fight. Enigma does have a Blink Dagger, and Black Hole will reset.
Yeah, it's all clicking into place here for Entity. Slightly ahead in kills and net worth. Still looking to get themselves out on the map. Get these team fights going. And the longer this game goes on, we reckon Aster have that heavier scaling potential with CK, Pudge, even the Monkey King can transition. Dawnbreaker, the heavier right clicker.
Dawnbreaker's going for a very greedy build. This is Echo Saber into Shard. Your CK is also going to have a late BKB. Like, these Echo Sabers are going to be disassembled, but still going to... Even though they are playing into Dead Prophet, which is physical damage, you're still going to need BKB. Playing into Puck, playing into, like, just tiny...
yeah.
It's still a lot of control.
You absolutely need that magic immunity. Patience from Entity, farming their triangle. The only one really in any spot to be threatened by Aster is that Enigma, but Toby is going to get himself away while Baboka and Ori onto Stormstormer does get the coil out and the jaunt across. Doesn't get clipped by the hook. Celestial Hammer comes, but a Waning Rift to dodge the danger.
Good phase shift. Solar Guardian not connecting. Also, with the Chen heal, more than enough sustain.
Radiant's bottom
Chen
tower
does have
is
mech
under
available. Also has one healing salve that he can use in Puck.
Kataomi. Now we're looking for the monkey there.
Sitting underneath the ward, so this is getting scouted.
The sentry misses it as well. Radiant and Dire, both of the observer wards are pretty much the same spot. But here we go, you made the call, level 2 ulti BKB.
Yeah, I told Entity go, and they listened.
Captain Lacoste sitting out there as the coach for them. Well, they are in the pit, but don't forget, we've got hooks, we've got Winter's Curse. The ability for Aster here to make a play around Roche is available. Celestial Hammer into the Roche pit, but he has died, and Aegis will be claimed by Saberlight. Avalanche, the hook back, they catch the Tiny, but in comes Toby. Malphite to stop the Dismember, and Ori in the middle of all the creeps. They do get a 3-man curse, and a kill may be coming for the Winter Wyvern here as they'll take down the Tiny.
Mech not there on time. Saberlight even pops a BKB, even though he has Aegis. A little premature there.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Aster,
under
like
attack.
Ori has been landing those hooks.
He has, and it feels a little awkward when you're using Exo as the position 1 DP to pick up the Aegis, right? Because now you've got, what, like 100 seconds where you don't have that Exo and you're not really using Aegis to play aggressively.
Who would you want to pick up Aegis? Enigma's not that hero. Puck is
The Puck,
okay.
maybe? I don't know. I mean, it's carry DP, so of course she's got to have it.
Stormstormer doesn't feel like he's gonna die unless they use Winter's Curse on him.
Yeah, and he'll have a blink soon as well. Smoked up with a Fishman. Also got a Satyr and a
They see
Hellbear.
Pudge.
They do see Ori. Waning Rift and the Malefice. Oh, there we go. Penitence to get the attack speed flowing. That's the right-click power we needed. And Baboka going to try and hide up atop the canopy. Going to get scouted by the Illusory Orb.
Oh,
Coil snaps on him.
But he's gonna get out.
He's still up there and his Courier safe as well. Unfortunate for Entity, just missing out ever so barely on the kill on Monkey. Saberlight's ulti slowly coming off cooldown. So we should have that Exo BKB and a few minutes remaining on the Aegis, ready to go for some of these tier 2s. Look for the mid and the top, and of course unlock that outpost. As this all drags out, you've got to worry. Moves like this with Baboka and XXS straight onto the Enigma. Toby does have a black hole with 1 charge to play with, but he's dead. Ori going to hook back his own Dawnbreaker as they chase towards the Chen. Fishman attempts the TP, but in comes Ori with the Dismember. Finish him off.
Aster, they're keeping the game even. And thinking about scaling, they went for really, really greedy item build. You mentioned the CK, Armlet, into Echo Saber, Dawnbreaker, Echo Saber, into Shard. Look at Baboka. Phase Boots, Orb of Corrosion on 4 monkeys. So they think they can outscale them.
Do you think they're right?
Me. Puck is insane when he hits level 25, his timings.
Right.
Playing against Enigma in the late game could be scary. Like, Chen doesn't scale as much. Position 4 Tiny doesn't as well. Like, you have still Wyvern, which is a menace in the late game. So I feel like Aster does outscale them.
But there are still options for Entity
Yes.
with BKB Black Hole, always that threat.
I'd say they're a little bit on a timer. They can't let this game go super late. Talking about like 60, 50 minutes, let's make it. You know, not 60 with tier 5 items where everything gets super confusing.
So let's say 35, 40 minutes in, that's where entities start to get a little bit worried if they've not taken a couple of lanes of barracks as an example. Tier 2 items coming out now though for entity.
They still yet have to take a tier 2 tower. Exorcism is up, and they have a minute and 20 left on that Aegis. So they want to use Black Hole. They want to get some fights going on. They want to use this Aegis to get a little bit more advantage.
They're all under vision though. It's been a story of this game so far. Aster have had their number. Observer Ward spots the smoke, so Aster know exactly where entity are heading. Baboka's going to try clear out the mid wave, cause a bit of chaos there, while you see two heroes bottom, going under their tier 1. Defensive posturing from the entirety of Aster. And Baboka's going to break the smoke. He sees them all coming. The Monkey King atop the trees. Can they find him? I don't know where he is exactly. So the focus now from entity.
They know. I think they know now. Someone is pinging.
They've got a good idea, but not a clear opportunity to find him. Yeah, entity have got to do some maintaining of their lanes now. They've got to go top, push it out. Bottom lane getting shoved in, so they can't really go for a concerted effort onto a tier 2 tower. I'll kill that illusion though, show him what's for. They're even moving on to Monet bot. He does have BKB, but doesn't get it off in time. Solar Guardian from the Dawnbreaker lands in to Monet. There we go. Phantasm BKB turns on the Saberlight, but he's dying.
20% HP.
Armor
Good
toggles maybe will save him as XXS clears through the Enigma. And Monet, he's getting away. Does Armor toggle himself back to victory, and the Wukong's command in onto
Aegis
Saberlight.
just expired.
Aegis is gone, and the DP dropping so very quickly. Spirit Cypher's popping her up, but dragged back into Monet's grasp.
Perfect timing. Good toggles from CK. He also had the Mage Slayer, a little bit of an extra magic resistance there. It's what kept him alive, and also good curse from Siamese Cat to be able to keep them in place. And I don't know if that was intended, but if they were keeping it timing on that Aegis, but it was perfect.
Yeah, spot on stuff. For now, that's 2 ultis down, Aegis gone, kill on DP. Entity with no Black Hole, no Exo. A little worrisome for them. 4K lead emerges now for Aster as well. And the BKB timings spot on. CK had his in that fight. Now Dawnbreakers arrives with a disassembling of the Echo Saber.
They survived through the hardest period, I would say. They even have 5k gold advantage at the moment because they went for greedy item build that we mentioned. Now they have 2 BKBs and they can take the fights.
3, I think Pudge has one as well.
Yeah, my bad.
Dire's top tower is under
He popped
attack.
his out. Stormer looking for that Kaya Sanj, farming out the top lane.
Courier has been killed.
Ori, not landing that one.
Difficult one to land.
That's the Saberlight that's just died on our screens as Monet takes him out with the Phantasm. That's your position 1 being obliterated. And Aster very quickly onto the tier 1 mid lane.
Tower is under attack.
The entire map belongs to them now, knowing there's no Black Hole, no Exo. Very little can stop them. And the big problem that, the panel talked about, we mentioned coming into this game, the tanky front line. How do you break through a Pudge, Dawnbreaker, CK with thousands of HP? 2340 on the Pudge. I think Dawnbreaker has like identical HP at this point as well.
Very, very difficult. They do have percentage base damage
24.
from Dead
Radiant's
Prophet,
middle tower is under
Spirit
attack.
Vessel, and also Midnight Pulse.
3,000 on the CK with armor turned on. Clear out some
You're
ancient
very good
stacks.
at reading numbers, Gary.
Oh, it's
I
my
gotta give you
favourite.
that.
I especially like it when it's like a round number, 3,000. There's no 127.
He should not level up or buy any item. Oh, he
Reaver.
ruined it.
Radiant's top tower
Tragic,
is
isn't it?
under attack.
3440 now.
Radiant's top tower.
He will level up. Maybe it's gonna be a round number.
Ori, any cancel? No, he just
No Black Hole.
TP's home.
He TP's out.
Perfectly fine. We've got a Mage Slayer on the Dawnbreaker as well as the CK now. It's Baboka looking to finish off his Orchid, not too far away, just a recipe separates him from that item. And this lead, from 4 or 5k a couple of minutes ago, now up to 7,000-8,000. Aster starting to really make their mark on this game and become...
Entity's losing momentum. Every single exorcism, they need to do something with it. by something, take a team fight, turn that into tower.
Yeah, it's got to be objective based. It has to be a tower or a Roshan or a big white. Phase shift from Stormer and the jump back into Monet. Does force the CK's BKB and he's turned tail to run away. Saberlight, he wants to chase this with Kataomi coming. Tries to combo the CK, but the Solar Guardian and the Phantasm. Aster not too worried about what's happened here. Saberlight's going to try and Spirit Side from the back, and Toby does have a black hole. Chucks it straight onto Ori. It's just the pudge, and it's cancelled by the Boundless Strike. Back in comes XXS, focus the Enigma and the hook. Ori drags the Tiny back in again. CK still going, tanking through the onslaught. Monet's going to be healed up by the Wyvern. And the Dismember finding Saberlight. Wukong's command from Baboka. Monet,
still alive.
Is he even going to die? He will. But so much was wasted by Entity. Stormstormer does grab a couple of kills.
He got the silence on Puck.
But they've got the Orchid Silence. XXS and Baboka here. Ori arrives on a Stormstormer. Tries to jaunt away with the face shift and the jump. Saves himself. But Kataomi, outside the Roche pit, in an awful lot of trouble. The tree breaks under the legs of the Monkey King, but XXS has the Starbreaker. Tossed back from the Tiny, not going to save him.
He tossed him away. He tossed him away from Flesh Heap range. So that's something. This silence causing a lot of issues, but Puck did have Kaya Sanj at extra status resistance kicking in. If he didn't have status resistance, Orchid lasts longer, and he definitely dies. Also, value from Cold Embrace. I'm a little surprised that Entity did decide to take a fight, because they didn't have Exorcism. Now they do, and now I want to see them go in and take the fight.
Yeah, but now they don't have the black hole. Coil from Stormstormer. He's doing a great job here toying with them, and there's that percentage-based damage onto the Pudge. The Ghost's onto him, and Ori's dead. Stormstormer finding the Wyvern, and maybe the Dawnbreaker 2 does get hit by the Orchid up Baboka. Monet not wanting to really get involved, and now Roshan belongs to Entity.
CK wants to take the fight.
Phantasm, move forward, stutter stepping, trying to get into the pit. Fishman down to about half HP immediately. Did get the mech off, but dies to Monet's illusions. Baboka scouting as well, but he's found him on the high ground. Solar Guardian, XXS wants back in. Monet, he's in the pit looking for Roche, but they focus down Saberlight's DP. Great Starbreaker hit from XXS, connects on two. And Baboka dead to Stormstormer now.
Stormstormer's still not done. He's trying to buy some extra time.
It's back and forth. I mean, Puck is playing out of his mind. Getting into the back lines and hunting people non-stop. Waiting for him to get
baited.
Yeah, gets them both to use it. And Roshan is still available for them.
This should belong to Entity. I'm surprised how they managed to take that fight. The Exorcism, a lot of that damage is spread around CK. The illusions also playing into Cold Embrace makes it very difficult. I think it's okay to say that Stormstormer is the real carry of this game.
He's doing such a great job, yeah. Kaya Sanj, Witchblade. What's he going next? Octarine, Scythe of Vice. Let's get those cooldowns reduced. Keep playing that backline. Backstabber. CK with a Heart of Tarask now, though. Increasingly tanky. And we're still yet to see a fight where Aster are really 5 heroes continually grouped up. They do get picked off here and there. Can be difficult to suffer through the initial parts of these fights with Mech, Hand of God, topping up the rest of Entity to allow them to drag the fights out, find more openings for the Puck to play in and out.
Puck, 0 deaths, even though he's playing into Wyvern, he's playing into Orchid from Monkey King. Stormstormer having a really good game, holding that Aegis as well. We said that Prophet, not the best hero to give it to, so he decided to pick it up this time around, and they gave a consolation prize to Dead Prophet. She got the shard.
That's pretty good though, the fear. Could create problems for Aster, but here we go again. Orchid silence onto the Puck. Stormstormer tanky with a Kaya Sanj, and even with a Solar Guardian coming. Stormstormer just gets out a dodge. Aster looking to group up top. All there's 5 heroes there. Have forced Entity to react. We've got a standoff pretty much across the river. But a smoke move from Entity right here, right now. It could be huge. They've got everything greenlit. All of the tools in their arsenal available.
Ori does have Aghanim Scepter done, so that means healing reduced from Dead Prophet, Spirit Siphon, Chen, Hand of God, and the mech.
Aster. Smoke broke. Saberlight spotted. Vision killed off. The gem from Stormstormer proving so valuable. And an arcane rune down bottom. That's a huge one for any number of these heroes. Like, does DP want it? Does Enigma want it? No, the Puck will be the one to bottle it up and hold it.
Toby trying to farm his BKB. He's very close to it, even though he's playing into Wyvern. I think Wyvern's job is cancel that. Just wait until... It's pretty similar to, I'd say, Silencer, where you're waiting for Enigma to show up, cast the black hole, and then you pop the global silence. I think Wyvern has the same job, and he can keep the distance, because he does have Glimmer Cape and also Psychic Headband, plus a Blink Dagger.
Yeah. Great tools there. A Wraith Pact for the Chen. Try and reduce some of that damage coming in from Aster. A long line drawn there as well. Just try and hold out on your own side of the river. This Puck does finish off the Octarine core, so even more difficult to handle Stormstormer in these fights. Hands the gem over. Yeah, look at him go. He just jumps straight up to high ground, finds the Pudge. Coil snapped on Ori. Gets the BKB off now, but is it too late? He's going to get chased down by the rest of Entity arriving. Winter's Curse required just to hold back the Puck.
He wanted to save Ori. It's not about getting the kill, it's all about saving Ori's life.
Yeah, Toby still gets to hold that black hole, the threat of it there. Something has to have to keep in the back of their minds. Monet, after finishing Heart, 2,000 gold saved up towards a Blink Dagger. Seems like he wants to be able to replicate what the Puck has been doing, get in onto some of these heroes that have been dancing around him.
He does have that Reality Rift versus spell immunity talent. Against Dead Prophet, you can try to blow her up. Same goes for Enigma.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's a little bit out of position here. He's getting pinged by his own squad, or he's telling him to get back behind tower. Spooky things coming around the corner. Kataomi and Stormstormer both looking for that bottom lane tier 1.
Stormstormer, level 24.5. Age is gonna expire, has full Octarine core on top of that. This is when Puck becomes very difficult to catch. Play into Kaboka, getting caught.
Yeah, Midnight Pulse, cut down the tree. Saberlight handed the kill. Now I'll push out these lanes, just reset themselves, settle down. 33 minutes in, it's starting to get towards that threshold where maybe you worry about Entity, but the past couple of team fights, if they're anything to go by, they've been outplaying Aster every step of the way.
I want to see smoke from Aster. I want to see them go for the kills. We haven't seen them taking a fight since Pudge picked up Aegis, and they gave Entity enough time to recover. You said this Raid Pact, it's going to be a lot of damage, like a lot of explosive damage, reduced. Enigma trying to farm up Lincoln Spheres, so that's going to be a tool to deal with Wyvern's ulti.
Yeah, looking for that one big black hole to rule them all. Glyph from Aster to defend this tier 2 top. Not bringing any heroes up here, so it will eventually fall to Eidolons and Ghosts.
Radiant's bottom tower
Smoke out of their mid tier 2 though, and it looks like Baboka's Monkey King left to his own devices to leap up across the trees on that northern side of the map.
Puck just got level 25, so he decided to go for Dream Coil Rapid Fire. Just kidding.
You almost got me.
I mean, you were gonna go for BKB Piercing Coil.
I just looked across at Lacoste, I was like, nah, surely not. The catch on Chen, though. Aster will find someone with their smoke. Not the target they really would have liked, but a kill is a kill. A good retreat from Entity, already getting down to bottom lane. Saberlight TP'd out very early on. And we still have at least a minute 20 for Roshan and his respawn. they get a Hellbear too. Baboka finding one of the Chen creeps lurking up top. Looks like CK wants a
Dire's
Bloodthorn
bottom
of his
tower
own.
is under attack.
It really has been a very crisp past 15 minutes for Entity. Aeon Disc locked up there, ready to use for Stormstormer's puck.
He locked the recipe. That's interesting. Usually you want to put
Vitality
booster in and have some extra HP.
That's a catch though. Phase shift out.
He assembles it.
Make sure that he's safe and sound with that Aeon Disc reassembled, you're right. Does Aster want to make a move here? Like, they're on tier 2, but it doesn't feel like it's high ground time. It feels like even with a 4K net worth lead, it's next Roche, isn't it? Yeah.
Third Roche, this could be big. If they get... for Refresher, not that good. I'm thinking more about the Aghanim Scepter for Aster.
Radiant's top tower.
I get the tier 2. Finally able to take outposts. As Entity, they wanted to go for a wraparound play, but it is a super long Roshan respawn over 2.5 minutes. There's plenty more time here.
They don't know that. Casters much better at players than players at reading when Roshan's gonna respawn, because they don't have this tiny clock.
It's a free clock,
Casters
free timer.
very good.
Coil onto Dawnbreaker, stops her in her tracks, and a jump in from Baboka in the middle of 3 heroes, getting blown up inside the Midnight Pulse.
Accidental hook on DP.
Ori catching out the DP with the black hole. Toby,
He caught everyone.
he's onto 4 of them. He's going to catch them all. XXX return with the help of the Wukong's command, but DP with a fear and a Spirit Siphon chasing Ori's back. They get the cold embrace off the punch, but DP still tanks through the damage. Monet. Oh, they can't save her. The CK2 tanking and clears through the DP. Toss across, Monet's in onto the Chen now, but Stormstormer finding kills in the back lines. Jumping back in on the Wyvern. And Katomi gets pummeled down by another Starbreaker, while Stormstormer, he's desperate for this Wyvern kill. He wants it so bad. Come here. Let me have you.
It's so annoying to play against Buck at this stage of the game. Doesn't have Aeon Disc ready. He's going to try to cut another wave, potentially cut both mid and kill the bottom wave. It was a good black hole landing on 3, because he does have a shard, so it sucked in CK. But CK's damage output is pretty nuts. He didn't have level 25 there, but with the Bloodthorn, it's a lot.
Yeah, now you've spent everything.
This might be the first death of Stormstormer.
Oh, Stormstormer dead. Toby also dying on the left side of the map. XXX has got his number and he's dragged into Monet's grasp. 2
a lot of
more core
silences.
kills.
You have this full Bloodthorn that I just mentioned. XXS does have a Mindbreaker, and also Monkey King, he does have Orchid. So a lot of ways to control Puck, even though he has status resistance, and now he swapped things around, wants to get the Liquid Sphere. Respect this Bloodthorn.
Yeah, there's that 35th minute, right? We were talking, that's going to be one of these turning points where if Entity can keep that momentum going, sure, they've got the ability to close this game out. But if Aster can fight back, which they did, it looks like it's all doom and gloom for Entity now.
And
10K
CK's
lead.
itemization, I think Monet having a really good read what needs to be done, picking up that card early on, so the tankier your illusions are, which that means that Dead Prophet ulti is going to be less efficient. Spreading the damage around, Roshan's going to respawn right now.
You say it, and he appears.
$10 million in my bank account.
Oh, who's getting all the goodies here, though?
It's going to be a refresher, so let's see who's going to pick that one up.
Aegis for
No one
CK.
wants cheese. Apparently, Aster, lactose intolerant.
I just left in the pit. Come on, somebody, surely. No. No.
I hope chat is not the Lacoste joke intolerant.
Yeah, they're spamming it, man.
I've seen cheese being left in the Roche pit way too many times.
What's the deal with that? Is it just something that players don't care about? You know, they want the Aegis, they want the Ag Shard, Refresher Shard, whatever it is. It's just at the bottom of the list kind of item.
I would give you an answer, but I don't know. It's free. If you don't want it, just sell it for 500.
Yeah. Yeah, May as well pick it up on someone.
Pudge found
Communication.
Timeless Relic, so longer duration Dismember from level 20 talent, and also from that, so
Scanning.
hit level 25, Dismember damage. Man, Rot is gonna...
Melt
it's gonna
people.
hurt. Like, you can use 2 Dismembers. That's gonna be pretty nuts.
I guess they overlap with the
With
cooldown and the
BKB.
uptime, or the refresher shard. Yeah.
Double
Champ.
BKB, so 20% debuff duration of almost 4 seconds. This is gonna be
bottom
like
tower is under attack.
almost 5-second duration, 4.6 on Dismember.
The answer. Any one of these heroes, that is nasty stuff. Entity. They want to death this bot tower. CK with his Phantasm out, and the overwhelming blink straight into Kataomi. He does get the pushback, but in comes XXS. Not quite latching onto any targets. Ori now, they
Punches
want
in.
to jump in. Finds the DP with a Dismember. Wukong's is good
Gets
as
the
well.
refresh.
Refresher out, Dismember Saberlight once more. Fishman, now the black hole. Toby's in on Tori's punch, but the curse cancels it out. Holds Entity back. And Aster can think about the reset. Move on to Toby once more. Saberlight out in the open. It's not looking good for Entity now. DP down, Enigma gone. Oh, the DP still alive. Somehow surviving as Kataomi tosses Pudge around. The Dire gets the kill. DP and Enigma finally dead, but they will have buybacks. Fishman
CK illusions.
chased out by that Phantasm illusion. CK will swing onto Stormer, but the puck is still causing them problems, and XXS a dive too far.
Almost
Heals
full
up
HP with
so
Satanic.
much with the heals coming out of him. And Monkey King on this high ground, burst out by Fishman and Stormer.
He's still hunting. He wants more. He wants
Stormer
XXS.
gonna get the Dawn Break here. He's looking for it. We'll find him. All the miss uphill. XXS saved up by the Glimmer King, but now Monet's the one in trouble. The buybacks out of Entity defend their base and hold
Help
the
team,
fight.
please.
They can't save him. He's dead once and maybe twice.
They're controlling the backlines. They're going for supports, and they want to kill him as well. Monet does not have BKB for 20. He looks very dead, but ulti, so he might be able to blow someone up.
Oh yeah, he's popped the on discount on the puck. Fishman gonna get jumped here maybe, but Storm's there. They've got the Malefice and the Silences. Their CK can't cast any spells. He's got BKB in 5.
He's trying. He's
but he's
giving
inside
his
the
best.
Midnight Pulse and he's dying. He's healing up on the crates, but he can't stand his ground.
Stormer causing a lot of issues. Can we see the hero damage done? I feel like Puck's damage is going to be through the roof in this one. 17,000 damage. Like, he's been, what, 19 coils? And the 17 Wanning Rifts, he used 2 Dream Coils and 11 Fate. Oh my god. Like, Puck in late game is pretty nuts.
What? Ah, some bonkers stuff. How many buybacks did they use, though? Because that seemed like it was a hefty investment. Guys, there's only 2 buybacks. It's not that bad.
Also, we mentioned Timeless Relic, but Puck did have Timeless Relic. One of the reasons why damage numbers are so high in the previous fight.
Some ridiculous stuff out of Stormer. Well, that's now no Refresher Shard, no Aegis. Did we see? The cheese is still in the bloody pit. Go on, Kataomi, please. Just go inside.
We didn't get the chance to talk about some level 25s and big items that can make the difference. Kataomi did pick up Ethereal Blade, which means that he can save people whenever CK tries to go on someone. Winter's Curse as well. And yeah, Puck level 28 at the moment. Dead Prophet. Saberlight, he did buy book for himself. He wants that level 25.
Oh, 43 minutes in now. I thought these windows and doors were closing for Entity, but they keep finding ways to slip out of Aster's aggression. Winning a team fight against Aegis Refresher. You gotta feel pretty good about your move now going forward with Black Hole, with the Exo ready, and no buybacks on anybody outside of the puck.
Stormer, he was thinking about... Usually Pucks do get overwhelming blink because it's a huge AoE. Slowing down CK and the illusions is pretty nuts. It also lasts longer with the Timeless Relic, but I also seen him queue up Revenant's Brooch. It's one way to deal with Wyvern, because your attacks are magical and then it goes through.
The
Silence.
Silence. Stormer, he's out there though, as they do latch onto the Toby Enigma. Black Hole comes, he's gonna get it in onto the CK at the very least. Punch dragging towards it as well. Toby down, and so is the Chen. Saberlight, he's being pummeled into the ground.
Focus down.
Aster focus the targets they need to, and this time around, the puck, yes, will backstab into the Wyvern, but Kataomi and Stormer, they're blown up as a 5-man wipe emerges for Aster.
Stormer using a buyback immediately. He knows that he needs to buy some time for the team. Like, these black holes, they're way too tanky. I feel like the damage follow-up and the death profit, the damage spread is just not there.
It's like
Exorcism all around the CK illusions. Everyone is super tanky. It's physical damage. Like, look at Monkey King. He's sitting at 31 armor at the moment, so that's not going to be that good. And you're also playing into Cold Embrace. We're going to see that again.
I mean, the Boundless Strike and the silence there on Storm, but this Kaya Sound allows him just to do whatever the heck he wants. Yeah, Toby, he's forced the black hole there because the XXS and Quarry both running away from the Shard drag back.
I believe that was also Monkey King getting his 25 in this fight. So that's going to be Wukong's command with Eye of Scotty. Baboka very greedy with the auto build. I mean, the whole team is, and it's paying off. They played for this later timing, and they survived first 20 minutes of the game, and they want to get mega creeps. No Exo for 30 seconds, no Black Hole for 30.
At this point, you need Enigma to have Aghanim Scepter, Refresher, or Stormer. He does jump in and get a good coil, but Kataomi trapped inside the Wukong's command, hooked out, and Monet finishes the job. Barracks broken and mega creeps incoming soon. Only one building now stands between them and that. Toby, the anti-rift, very irritating even with the BKB up for you. And Baboka turns into a tree to give himself some safety, while Ori straight in towards the DP. Saberlight down and out. No buyback for him or the Tiny, and the hook on Fishman will find yet another kill for Ori's Pudge. Flesh heap stacks galore.
That's mega creeps.
And they catch the puck as well. Eon Disc is popped out there. Stormer. Do you draw to this orb? Do you jump away? Trying to dodge out a danger, but that is a really difficult prospect with Aster surrounding you. Every step you make is scouted. And GG is called.
Entity. They try to go for something different. Oh yeah, I hear it. I'm moving, but I'm hearing the black hole. It's one of those late games. Use it before the game ends. Aster
immediately cancelled.
Yeah, Aster very greedy with their item build, and they did manage to survive when Entity needed to go for those pushes. Like, this was a draft that needed to end the game like relatively early. We were talking about like 45, 50 minute, and they got outscaled. It gets very, very difficult. Pudge hits this Aghanim Scepter BKB timing, Ori having some really good hooks overall, and the damage, the healing reduction. Fights do get very chaotic, which means that Enigma is not gonna have that good of a time. He didn't have like a real front line for someone to go in, create to bait it in. Other than Stormer, Stormer had an amazing game, but so did everyone else on side of Aster.
Yeah, I mean, it's testament to Entity to really outplay in some of these fights, even when they're being outscaled. But a great victory there for Aster as we head it back to the panel.
Well, that was a very exciting game. We call it at the start there between Entity and Aster on the back of these very exciting team fight heavy heroes. Right now, gods, we talked about this a bit on the walk here. Entity, they just were not able to carry that momentum that they had at the start into the late game, right?
It was a fun one, and yeah, I think that's always going to be the issue a bit with their draft, where it's like they can have these great early game team fights. We saw a few times where, you know, they hit this mid-game timing where they get all their key items, they get the Wraith Pack, Puck comes online, you've got Death Prophet who just wants to play super fast. They got, like, you know, they were fighting over those early rushes, but at some point it's like, how do you go past 30 minutes? How do you go past 40 minutes?
Right.
And it felt like that's where Aster had a bit more going late game.
Yeah. And he was saying even sometimes I see these drafts that shouldn't win late game.
Yes.
They still kind of make it work. There was like 1% fate.
That
He
glimmer.
he had a glimmer of hope.
When they defended high ground, and
Yeah.
I think it was the Pudge was dead for like 2 minutes. He died back, I think.
Yeah.
And then Puck, the fight where he got off like 18 illusionary orbs, 17,000 damage in one fight.
Suddenly Parker is like, yeah,
They're doing this.
They're doing this. It can happen.
Yeah,
Right.
I saw this game. You know,
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
this in DPC. They had carry Doom, and they won at 50 minutes with no real carry. Like,
Yeah.
but
It can happen. Most of the time it happens when the enemy team kind of lets it